The world of pharloom is pretty bleak, and it's hard to imagine that things won't get better. But there's one character who is actually working for a brighter future. This is the lore of Gilly. So Gilly is exploring Hunter's March on a mission to find out why it's unaffected by the haunting. She says that it's a treacherous quest, but a crucial one. These fields still display life and growth even as the lands around erode to dust. She decided to take up this study because it was the last wish of her father, and I think this is the most interesting part of her lore. We don't really know who her father is, but there are a couple of theories out there. One theory that I personally don't really believe is that her father is Gur the Outcast. The evidence for this is that Gilly shares his skills in disguise and hunting, and she's even wearing a similar leaf outfit. Gur also has a small interaction with Gilly where he steals her grass doll in order to lure Hornet into his lair. So there's a little bit there, but ultimately the way Gilly describes her father makes it sound very different than Gur. Another potential theory is that her father is the mask maker, and this one comes from the fact that they do have very similar masks. I like this one slightly more because I do think the mask maker is interested in the lands of pharloom, but he probably doesn't need Gilly's help to get information. So ultimately I land on Gilly's father being some bug out there that we haven't met. Regardless, Gilly eventually learns that the secret of the Hunter's March was Carmelita's strength. Hornet is shockingly nonchalant about destroying this ecosystem, but I do like what she says to Gilly at the very end. She says that the caves may eventually regrow, but for that task to succeed, it will fall into bugs like Gilly to sow the first seeds. And I think she's exactly right. Gilly is courageous, curious, and selfless, all of which are great characteristics for a future leader of pharloom. Check out my long-form video below for more silksong lore and subscribe for more.